Here at Radio Row in Minneapolis, Eagles insider Dave Spadaro with Pro Football Hall of Famer Kurt Warner. He broke our hearts in 2008. We don't forget these things. It's a hard luck story in
2001, too.
Yep. That's right.
In case you wanted to be reminded, I just want you to know I haven't forgotten.
Congratulations on making a great transition from a Hall of Fame career to a Hall of Fame career in the broadcast.
Well,
it's not easy, right?
I mean, I love it. You know, the thing is, when you're passionate about something, it's easy to kind of chase after it and step into the challenge. So I've really enjoyed it. It's fun to stay connected to the game and, and talk about something that I love and that I'm passionate about. So appreciate you saying that, but I'm really enjoying, my retirement, so to speak.
Well, this game's so fascinating, Kurt, and we'll talk about the quarterbacks here. Tom Brady, Nick Foles, it's being painted as a heavyweight lopsided bout.
Right.
What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is I remember when it was heavyweight lopsided Kurt Warner against Tom Brady, and Tom Brady went on to become the greatest quarterback of all time. So, we create these storylines, and they're great storylines, and it's fun to do. But the bottom line is you get 60 minutes. And that's the beautiful thing about our sport is that it's not best of 7. If it's best of 7, best quarterback, best team is probably going to win most of those. Super Bowl Sunday, it's one shot. Nick Foles look what he did in the NFC Championship game. Go play like that again, you're going to be a Super Bowl champion. You're going to have beaten the greatest quarterback of all time in the Super Bowl. And so that's the beautiful part is we can call it David versus Goliath, and we can, say what a mismatch it is. But it's all about that one moment. And how do you play in that one moment will dictate everything. And so I love it. I love we have a chance for the guy that nobody expected to be here to win a Super Bowl, Do
you have a special appreciation for the ups and downs that Nick has gone through in his career?
I mean, I think so. I think there's a perspective that you gain when, you come onto the scene and you have great success, which I was able to do, Nick was able to do in 2013. And then you find yourself in a situation where that perception becomes, oh, he can't play anymore. He's never going to play at that level. He's never going to have a chance. Do we even want, to give him a shot? And then to find yourself in a second situation where you're in this moment and you've got a new lease on life and you've got a new perspective and you're grateful for this blessing that we have to play this game that maybe you weren't beforehand. And again, I'm not saying Nick took it for granted. I don't think I took it for granted, but there's a part of it where you feel like, okay, I've arrived, I'm good. I can take a deep breath. And then that's all taken away from you and you go, oh, hold on a second. What now? Where do I go from here? What's next for me? And so it's so fun to see him on this stage and in this moment. And to me, it's as much about what comes after this as it is this. It's great to be starting in the Super Bowl. But, we all know this is Carson's team. And Carson was a big part of why they're here, although Nick has played well. But I want to see, does he get a second chapter like I did? That's what I'm hoping for is that no matter how it turns out on Sunday, that this little run and how he's carried himself and the perspective that he has parlays itself into another opportunity to do what he loves to do. And that, to me, is the neat part of this, is that we got to see Nick Foles again when, who knows, 5-6 weeks ago, maybe we never see that. Maybe he never gets another chance because of what happened the last couple years. Now, I truly believe he's going to have another opportunity to write the second chapter to his story.
Final question, Kurt. Eagles offense, Patriots defense. How do you see it playing out?
I really think this is a good matchup for the Eagles. I love their offensive line. You could argue it's the best offensive line in the league. When you look at the Patriots, they haven't necessarily been great in their front seven. They haven't been great at pressuring the quarterback without, bringing extra guys. So I think that all lends itself to, to some success up front. And then I look on the edges. New England loves to play man coverage. I mean, if I'm Nick Foles coming into a Super Bowl, haven't played a lot of football, man, or if I'm any quarterback, really, I want to see man coverage. I want to say, man, I know what I'm going to get. I'm not going to be confused by a whole bunch of different things that they throw at me. Now the bottom line becomes, where are my matchups? How can we create matchups? And I have to make the tight throw or I have to make the tough throw versus man coverage. But I like that scenario for Nick Foles better than going against, Bill Belichick, and you're seeing all these different looks like they've done in the past with more experienced players. I think he's going to see basic looks. They're going to say, we're going to do what we do. We're going to do it really well like we have all year long, and you're going to have to out-execute us. But if I'm a quarterback, I like that scenario.
Kurt Warner, thanks so much for joining us here. Radio Row in Minneapolis.